Estate Chronicles, Episode 17. Today's episode discusses a little bit more about the dynamics and the relational situations that can happen within estates. And what I want to share is that if there is anything that could become a point where somebody might argue about it or just want to be in opposition because another person wants it, making the professionals that you work with aware of that is incredibly helpful in the entire process. I have literally had families get upset about certain items in the auction. One that comes to mind is this giant stone chicken. I have had families, I had an argument, we almost were not able to access the auction that we had just finished setting up over disagreement on the food vendor for the on-site auction. Another situation, which I think this is also something that many people don't think about, and this situation, one of the heirs was actually deaf, and so instead of us potentially having the issue of, someone not understanding, or if we knew that there were people from the deaf community that were coming. So I have a friend who actually is certified American Sign Language interpreter and does that. And so she actually came and she signed the entire auction of each auctioneer's. Like, the auctioneer switched off, but she couldn't because she was our only interpreter there. And so it was pretty incredible. It was probably one of my, I felt like we were able to give an inclusive experience to people who didn't normally get that. So that was, and it was very much well received and appreciated. And so these are just things, small things that what could make the experience, because a lot of times estates are difficult situations, and there's like a plethora of emotions that are involved. Similar to the mourning process, it's the same thing when you're going through the liquidation process, because a lot of those feelings are tied to the same feelings as mourning. And sometimes, and we all just deal with that differently, and we all have different triggers. So knowing as much of that on the front end and cluing in the professionals you're working with on the front end is super helpful. But again, this is just a taste of the information that will be available to you guys. Give me a like, follow me on TikTok, Auctioneer Heather, or find us on Facebook at Buck Up Auctions.